he's talking about you just cannot be in the go zone all day, every day. That's like the high productivity zone. And it's just humanly impossible to do it all day, every day. And some people think they can, but actually they're in the slow zone. They're plodding, and they'll plod for 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, and look for a medal for working so hard. But actually they're not achieving as much as some people who work, 8 hours a day intensely and take the weekends off and go on holidays and all that stuff. So, and then you've got to make sure you have some no zone time, which is your weekends. It's time with the kids watching sport. Like I barely missed a footy game or a netball game with my kids, even though we were growing our farm business and that. And there's not a lot of dads at sport, even the footy, mums run the local footy because the dads feel like they have to work, and maybe they're getting pressure from their dad, you got to work hard or whatever, but it's not a criticism, but it's just so important to take time for that. And it gets you more balance in your life. And, to be honest, after 35 odd years of doing it, I've sort of run out of that boogie in terms of just wanting to get up and do it all again the next day. I think it's just a natural course of life. Probably because I've got other bees in my bonnet now, but I think you've got a much better chance of lasting even 35 years if you do just give yourself a little bit of a breather along the way.
Yeah, for sure. We were booked in for 6 and you came at 6:03. I thought harvest might have been upon you or something. Can you
yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the farm? What's going on there at the moment? What sort of rainfall are you dealing with?
I'm a bit of a 3 minutes late, not 3 minutes early kind of guy, I'm afraid, Jack. And I'm always trying to squeeze a little bit extra into my day, And but yeah, look, we did start harvest at the farm. I'm away from the direct hands-on management of the farm these days because I'm busy in advocacy and policy and politics and business, like my other business interests with iPaddock. Look, we started harvest a good 2 or 3 weeks ago. In fact, little fun fact for you here. We were trying to be the very first load in Southern Australia, but unfortunately we were the second because one of my mates, Tom Brown, shout out Tom, well done. He beat me by about half an hour with his truck into the bin. He delivered a load of barley before our first load of canola. So he was the first load for West Australia. We were the second, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we might have beaten South Australia and Victoria as well. But so, yeah, we had a good early start this year, Jack. It's unusual on the south coast of WA to be the first ones going, but I'm always championing the bit. I always try to structure things so that we can get going early because the sooner you start, the sooner you finish. And I've got other things I want to do, So, yeah, harvest has started and we're having the best ever canola crop we've ever had. It's just amazing. Hitting new records and all the things that we've done, with the technology and the innovation we brought into our business and a lot of that stuff that I've developed myself, which we use in our business. A lot of it we haven't even commercialized. We just use it ourselves. And it's just nuts what you can achieve when you have the right tools. You don't have to, be a martyr and kill yourself at work. You can really, if you just use the right tools and technology, it's incredible what you can actually achieve, even with all the pressures on businesses these days.